Hi YouTube! Honestly here with a guide for you pirate legends on how to raise your Athena levels quickly, safely, and easily. This technique employs using mermaid statues to store loot between raid voyages, allowing us to stack up to 60 pieces of Athena loot safely in the statues until we're ready to sell it. This method can be done efficiently as a solo, but works just as well with a crew. Let's get started by raising our Athena flag. Next, I like to configure my cosmetics to make me as stealthy as possible to avoid being seen while I'm not on the ship. Pick a blue hull as our best attempt to blend in with the water, and we'll remove our flag to slightly lower our profile. Now we're ready to go. Don't forget to turn off your lights. No reason to be a shiny beacon for other pirates to find. Let's go to our voyage table, select Athena, raid voyages, and a raid on sunken treasury, and dive. After surfacing, raise your sails to drift into the circle. Let's do a quick map check. A horizon check. And we're ready to swim. You'll want to head towards the glowing coral to find an entrance to the treasury. Once you're at the bottom, you'll see a glowing piece of purple coral which you can shoot or slash to let you inside. Make sure to grab a trident on your way in. Once inside, the waves will start almost right away. The most efficient way to clear the enemies in here is with a single charged trident shot. Most enemies will die in 2 hits, with skeletons and crabs being the exception at 1 and 3 hits respectively. There are a total of 5 stages to the treasury, with each stage alternating between the arena being flooded and drained. Each stage will have about 3 waves of enemies, with the treasury vault master on the very last wave. Vault Master will take about 6 hits to kill, but otherwise behaves like a normal enemy. Once you kill the Vault Master, the door will open revealing your loot. Each treasury will have the same loot layout every time. 3 crates of legendary voyages, 6 small Athena loot pieces, and a treasure chest. Load all of your loot into the mermaid statue and return to your ship when you're done. Now we're ready to dive again. Don't worry, our mermaid here will hold our loot between dives so we don't have to worry about collecting or selling it again. From here, it's just a matter of repetition. Map check, horizon check, and down we go. I'll spare you the play-by-play of each vault. They're generally pretty low effort events, especially when you can remove the stress of not being with your ship while you're doing it. It takes 3 treasuries to get your emissary flag to level 5, 2 if you already have loot stored to go collect it. So worst case scenario, your ship gets sunk, you change servers, and re-level your flag. Any loot that's loaded into a mermaid statue can only be accessed by a member of your crew. Alright, let's load this loot up now. And back to the ship. We dive again. And we'll check the map. We check the horizon. And down we go. Really, tridents make this such a breeze. I wouldn't even want to attempt this if we had to use our normal PvE loadout. Okay, let's load up the loot. Since we've previously done this treasury and it already has our 7 items from the last time that we finished this, we'll be adding 7 more, bringing us to a total of 14. Each mermaid statue can hold up to 20 items, allowing us to do each location up to 3 times. Alright, let's get back to our boat here and dive again. It'll randomly assign you to one of the 3 treasury locations. You can't pick which one. If you do need to choose again, you have to wait 10 minutes before you can re-dive. Alright, couple checks and down we go. A few pew-pews from our trident. We'll be done with this before we know it. And that's a dead vault master. Let's go ahead and get our loot loaded up. And back to the ship. Alright, you know the drill by now. Dive, map check, horizon check, and off we go. Now it happened to put us back near Plunder Valley again, where we already have 14 pieces of loot, so this will be the last time before we have to sell or hope that we get a different location. Let's get the loot loaded up, and I'm going to bring the last piece up to the surface by hand, since we can only store 20 pieces in the vault. If you want to continue after filling up a vault, you can just leave one piece of loot so that you're able to dive again and hope that it puts you in a location where you don't already have 20 pieces stored. You'll notice that you see your boat as you're swimming up towards the surface, but it disappears when you get close. Don't panic, it's still there, hopefully. Alright, there's our mermaid, but we're going to check for tuckers before we really commit to this, seeing as nobody can collect your loot but you or a member of your crew. So tuckers are depending on you to collect it before they can steal it. Make sure to check your mast and buy your cannons as well, as these are popular tuck spots. Let's just reposition the boat so that we can harpoon the loot. We'll collect it from the mermaid. All 20 pieces will float up for us to harpoon. Keep in mind, this is the only time when you're really putting yourself or your ship at risk, since this is the only time that you'll have loot on your boat. You have other treasury locations with mermaids that have items stored in them. You can go sell first and then collect them, or make a loop around the outside of the map and get it all at once before you go sail. I would recommend making sure that your boat is not on top of the mermaid before you start harpooning, or you'll run into this situation. Not bad for 90 minutes worth of work, huh? Alright, we're at the Sovereign. Let's get everything harpooned. Keep in mind this method also works with shrines, mermaid shrines, but the loot isn't quite as good, and personally I just find them dull to repeat them over and over. At least the PvE makes it a little more interesting. You do need to be level 20 to unlock this raid, so if you're below level 20, you may want to enlist a higher level pirate in order to get this started for you. Shrines are only level 15 though, so they're a bit more accessible. The gold is pretty good, about 1500 or more per item, plus your 150% bonus. And when all is said and done, looks like we got just about 3 levels of Athena, which is about 1 level every half hour. Hard to beat that. Alright, well there's your quick, easy, and safe Athena leveling guide. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, like the video, and leave a comment below. Let me know what you think. Keep an eye out for more Sea of Thieves guides upcoming soon. Thanks so much, YouTube. Stay honest.